Hey everybody, it's Traci from Downward Dog Rising. I'm here to give you a workout for your low back if you have back pain and if you have tight glutes, hips, or hamstrings, quads. I'm going to give you a stretch session that will help you using yoga. Okay, so for the spinal stability, for the back pain, we need to stabilize your lumbar spine. So join me if that sounds like something that you need to work on, then let's begin. So you're gonna lie on your back. I want you to have your knees bent and your feet flat. And then your knees are just gonna go right over your second toes. And then basically, I want you to feel how you pull your abdominals into your back. Make sure you don't push them out. You need to tighten them into your spine. And then I want you to do small pelvic tilts. So you tighten the core, you roll hip bones to navel, and then you roll your hip bones towards pubic bones. So you're doing a posterior pelvic tilt and then an anterior pelvic tilt. So you just tilt backwards, tilt forward for 7. I want to warm up your spine. Connect into your core. 6. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 4. And then 3 and 2. Last one. Find your midway range between the two tilts. That means your hip bones face the sky. Feel wide open across the front of your collarbones and your chest. I want you to press down into all 4 corners of your feet. Make sure your glutes engage. Openness like a hip hinge right across the front of your hip flexors. Come back down. So when you exhale, you're going to bridge straight up. Come back down. Tighten core. Make sure your glutes are working. Come back down. And 6. Right back to the mat. 5, tighten core to low back. Down to your mat. 4, keep scooping abdominals in. Back to your mat. 3, hips to sky. Really feel the length in your tailbone. 2 more. Exhale to lift. And inhale down. Excellent. All right, so next, what I want you to do here, bring the bottoms, the soles of your feet together, and then I want you to butterfly the knees out for a little Supta Baddha Konasana. You're going to do your reclined butterfly, and then see if you could just have your arms reach to the sky, palms face up, I should say palms up, and you're just trying to get some openness across the front of your shoulders and chest. You're going to feel the crease here. Gravity is pushing down on the crease in the front of your hip. And then you're getting that external rotation through your thighs. Those femur bones externally rotate. So we're just starting to release your hips. Inhale through nose. Exhale softly through your mouth. Release the tension. Feel how your ribs expand laterally. Exhale softly through your mouth. Release the tension. Soften. Allow breastbone to melt into your chest. Imagine your 2 hip bones pull together. They narrow towards each other. And then feel how the back of the pelvis widens into the mat underneath you. As you draw your 2 hip bones together, the low back, the back of the pelvis widen into the mat underneath you. Let's do one more deep inhale here. And slowly I want you to bring your knees in. One hand to each knee. Keep your hip bones to the sky. Do 5 hip openers. 4. Draw your abdominals in. 3. Keep pelvis stable. 2. Last one. Now reverse for 5. Pelvis is stable. 4. Just those legs move. 3. 2 more. Exhale, inhale, last one. Excellent. Now take right leg all the way down to your mat. Take your left leg. You're going to take your hand and grab the lateral pinky toe side of your foot. And I want you to form a straight line from the knee to the ankle so they're parallel, your shins parallel. Slowly start to drop your knee down towards your mat. So you're just drawing that leg to your side a little bit. We're going to do half happy baby. You're going to feel the front of this right hip, and we're going to get into the lateral hip and glute on the left leg. You're going to feel that crease in the hip. Just stay with it and breathe into any tightness. Just trying to do things that can help release your low back and your hips. Breathing in, spine is long, breathing out. So we're doing half happy baby pose, Ardha Ananda Balasana. Soften into it. If you've had a rough week, your back is achy, this is good for you. Soften into it. Let's take one more deep inhale. Exhale, gently release. All right. Next, just hug me in for a second. Let that low back really sink down into the mat. And then gently release your leg. Next, what I want you to do here, you're going to draw the opposite leg in. Feel how this front of the hip is lengthened. You start to bend the knee. You're going to reach for the foot. Shins parallel, ankle with knee. And you're going to just hold that lateral. You could do peace fingers with your big toe. I like to grab around the side of my foot where my pinky toe is. Draw that knee, your hips face up, and just breathe into the stretch. Relax arm into mat. Feel that crease in the hip, breathing in and breathing out. Hip bones face directly above you to the ceiling, to the sky. Feel spine long into mat. Feel how that low back sinks deeper into your mat. That hip opens even more. Let's do one more deep inhale here. Exhale gently, softly release. Exhale. Gently, softly release. Extend, gently hug under the knee, and you're just going to draw the knee towards you for a moment. Let that low back sink deeper into your mat. Inhaling and exhaling. And gently release. All right. Maybe you'll hug both legs in. Extend the legs. Feel the stretch, hamstrings, backs of thighs. Come back. Extend, come back. 3 more, extend, come back. 2 more. And last one. All right. Now you're just gonna inhale, exhale, peel up a little bit. Breathe into the space between your 2 shoulder blades, middle back. Gently release. Last one. Stop if this does hurt your low back. And gently release. All right. Plant your feet like hip width apart, and you just want to have the center of the kneecap over the second toes. Create some length between the rib cage, the hip bones. No weight in neck. Maybe do a couple chin nods. Nod chin up and down, releasing at the base of the skull. Your occiput, up and down. Release your neck. All right, now tip of nose, very tip of nose, make little circles to the ceiling. Getting into your cervical, second cervical vertebra in the neck. Release tension in there. The axis. Now we're going to go the opposite way. Little baby circles, nose to sky. Return, create awareness where you're at in your body. Come back center. So we're going to do a bridge, a yoga bridge without putting pressure in the neck. You lengthen the thighs, reach into all 4 corners of your feet, chest open, tailbone long. And we're just going to stay here. Maybe you'll clasp your hands together behind your back, tailbone long. We'll just take several breaths here. If it's too much to clasp the hands, keep them palms down on your mat. Breathing in, really lengthen your spine, tighten core to back. Tighten abdominal wall in, keep the knees narrow so they don't splay out to the sides. Keep them in alignment, hips, knees, ankles. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Breathing in. Breathing out, we want to strengthen and stabilize your spine, tailbone long, neutral spine, no arch in back. Keep elongating that low back. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale here. Slowly, you're going to unclasp your hands, float your arms up, take an inhalation, glide those blades deeper down your back. Now slowly place one vertebra down, inhale, exhale, place the next vertebra, Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, all the way to the mat. Excellent. Just hug knees to chest for a second. Release your back. All right. Turn onto one side. Prop yourself up. Now, you're on your side. You're propping yourself up. Avoid sinking into your shoulder with your ear. You want to have a base of support, your shoulders right over that elbow. And then I'm just gonna have you stack the knees and stack the ankles. I wanna do something that turns on your obliques. And imagine there's like a belt wrapping underneath you, hoisting you up. So you're lifting up and you're just gonna elevate like that. And then I want you to stay here. Maybe you'll have your arm here. Maybe you'll have your arm here on your hip. You're gonna feel those lower ribs. Stay here for a moment. 10, 9, get those obliques strong. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep lifting those bottom ribs. Last one. All right. Gently come in. We're going to do that on the other side. You want to see which side's weaker, which side you have to work on strengthening more. So again, you're just going to stack your knees and your ankles. Drop your shoulder away from your ear. Your collarbones are wide. Pull those lower ribs up. That bottom hip is going to lift up. Chest is open. And just stay here and breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale, chest is open. Lift those bottom ribs. Lift that bottom hip. And 9. And 8. Good. 7, keep core drawing in tight. 6, and then 5, breathe in, breathe out. And 4, use your core. And 3, chest is open. And 2, last one, gently bring pelvis down to mat. All right. So next, what I want you to do, we're gonna do a little fire log, an Agni Stumbasana. So for your fire log, you're gonna plant left leg, whichever leg you want to start with. Ideally, you stack knee, ankle, bottom leg, top leg. And it doesn't always work out that ideally, so it doesn't work out the way that you intend, and it's totally cool because we are where we are right here in this present moment, and we're working to open our hips. So as a runner, I know I have tight hips and I'm okay with that, but I'm working to release them and get them more open. And then this helps get the tension out of your gluteals as well. So the side hips and those glutes, you're gonna have the bottom knee bend, and then you're gonna lift the top leg. See if you can place the top ankle above the bottom knee. Maybe you'll lift up a little bit and reset down again. If it feels like you need to bring your feet closer to your body, please do so for knees. As you get more open in the hips and glutes, and you might be able to go stacking one over the other, ankle and knee. And you're just gonna take a deep inhale here. As you rise up, gravity's gonna pull the bottom of your pelvis into your mat. Do 2 more. You're gonna rise up. You don't have to force your legs down. Flex your feet. Create some open space in those hips. One more time, rise up. All right, gently bring arms down. We're just gonna stay here and breathe for a few breath cycles. Breathing in and breathing out. Really sink down into the bottom of your pelvis. Rise up the spine to the top of your head. Inhale, feel those ribs expand. Exhale. This can be pretty intense and painful right along the sides of your hips and glutes. Go inward, breathe into that tightness, let it go. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, good. Breathing out, just let it go. As you release, as oxygen goes in there, maybe you'll get a little deeper into the stretch. can still feel how my hips are sinking, dropping, sits bones dropping deeper into the mat under me. If you're ready and want to hip hinge forward over the legs, you can. That intensifies the stretch. If you're not ready for it, just come straight back up again. We keep lengthening the spine, hinging from the hips so we don't bend from our spine. Woo! I feel it. I'm sure you do too. Let's do one more deep inhale here. And gently lengthen up. So it dropped considerably. So when you breathe and you just take the time, you really get into those muscles and release them. We're gonna undo our legs for a moment. Maybe shake out your knees for a moment. Maybe do this little windshield wiper side to side. Release those hips and your spine. Okay, let's switch sides. All right. So this is perfect for end of week, whether you're doing a lot of sports training, athleticism, or whether you're sitting at a desk too much. This will help you out. So we're gonna have our knee bend in, knee, ankle, take that other leg, place it on top, knee with ankle, flex your feet, rise up, elongate up. We want to let those hips just naturally settle into our mat. So we're going to inhale, lift and lengthen, and then exhale, release. Inhale, feel how energy just sinks down into the bottom of your pelvis as you're lengthening to the top of your head. Breathing in and breathing out. Excellent. Arms come back down. We're just going to sit tall for a moment. You just want to feel that energy settle. Let those legs release. Flex your feet. Helps the integrity of those hips. Helps the knees. Lift up and lengthen. Lift and lengthen. One more deep inhale. Just allow those hips to settle down. And if you feel a little bit of a release, lengthen up, hip hinge forward, go a little deeper into the stretch. You can go down as far as you can, putting your forearms on yoga blocks, putting a yoga block under your forehead if you like. This is good for me here now. Get those hips to release. You could just feel the tension unwinding out of the hips and glutes, the side glutes. Go a little deeper if it releases. Settle in. Going into our yin energy. So we can have that slow reduction of those levels of cortisol in our body. Get those stress levels to ease down. Going into our parasympathetic nervous system, calming things, slowing down. Just take another breath here, breathing in. One more deep inhale. And slowly you're going to exhale, gently come up. And just gently do a little windshield wiper side to side for your legs. All right. Now from here, I'm just gonna ask you to do a little extension. So you're gonna lift heart to sky, and then gently release, lift heart to sky. Open up heart and release. One more time, lift heart to sky. And gently release. All right, so we're gonna do one last thing. I'm gonna have you slide on down to your mat. Roll down, use your core, stretch your spine out. Roll down. Now, cross left ankle over the right knee. Reach under this right hamstring. Use that left elbow to guide that leg sideways. And we're just gonna do a little pigeon reclined. So you're just gonna gently press into the side of that thigh, laterally rotating. Flex your feet, stay here. Spine is long. Gonna get a little deeper into those lateral glutes, piriformis. Just let gravity hold you in place. Breathing in and breathing out. Bringing you into that general left hip area. If you want to intensify the stretch from your hip into your glute, you're going to go with your hands from under the hamstring, clasp under the knee joint, draw your chin a little closer towards you, and then you're going to feel it go deeper into that hip. You can relax the bottom foot now. You could flex the top one and go a little deeper into your side glute. Good, those lateral rotators of the hip. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more deep inhale here. And you're welcome to stay here longer if you like. Slowly, we're going to release that leg. Maybe extend and bend several times. Release those legs. And we're going to go to our other side now. So you're just going to cross. Let me switch sides, roll up. I'm going to come to the other side now. Just going to come on down to the mat. Crisscross the left leg over the right leg. Crisscross right ankle over the left knee. That right elbow is going to gently start to press against that right inner thigh to guide an open lateral rotation. That low back is against the mat. Flex both feet for this one. Get into that right hip area. That lateral hip. Feel spine long into mat. This will bring it into your hip area to release it. Soften spine into mat. If you want to intensify this stretch, going deeper into your glutes, you're going to take hands from behind your thigh to under the knee joint and just hug in a little further. You can relax the foot for this one. Go a little deeper into that glute now. Kind of feels like a dagger going right into that glute. Getting into that piriformis, into that rotator. Breathing in, breathing out. So our other glutes we get in a different variation when we want to get our glute maximus, glute medius, glute minimus, or now you're getting into your piriformis, more the lateral. Breathing in, breathing out. Just ease that tension out with each exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale here. Gently release. And just shake out your legs for a second. And then the last thing I'm going to have you do is just grab your lateral pinky toes and then go into that happy baby for a moment. The knees drop down, shins parallel, ankle to knee. Dropping that low back deeper into the mat. Now go real easy and gently. If it's okay, test it. If it's okay for your practice, rock side to side, across that back gently. Inhale, exhale. 2 more deep inhales here. Feel those hips open and release. Feel that across the low back. Tailbone heavy, back lengthening into your mat. 3 deep inhales here. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more deep inhale and exhale. All right. Gently, you're just going to stretch our legs down against the mat, going into our rest pose. Just settle into the mat for a second. You don't have to do anything. Just release the body. Let it absorb what you just did today. Releasing the tension out of the back and the hips, out of those glutes. Just decompress from your work week. Feeling like you just unwinded from the stress and tension of your week to start your weekend off in a little more relaxed mode. 1 more deep inhale here. So we're in our Shavasana. Not sure if I said we're in Shavasana. Hopefully I didn't say we're in our rest pose. We're doing our corpse pose or Shavasana. Gently stretch arms overhead, elongate. Inhale, exhale. Slowly, I want you turning to your side. And you're going to slowly press up to a seated position. All right. Just going to have you stretch up to the side. Inhale, exhale. And gently come to the other side. Inhale, exhale. And gently take both hands. Press your shoulder blades apart. Rise up. And press those shoulder blades apart. And rise up. And press those shoulder blades apart. All right. So this concludes our practice for tonight. I thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel like you came down a few notches, more relaxed, more ready just to have a weekend now. All right, peace everyone, take care. If you like my content, please hit like, subscribe, or share. I'd appreciate it. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Peace everyone, bye.